If you've ever felt like there's more to life than the mundane routine of wake, work, sleep, repeat, you've already caught a glimpse of the mystical allure that calls to each of us. Whether you call it nirvana, the Akashic records, or simply heightened consciousness, there's a realm that transcends our ordinary experiences, offering insights into ultimate realities. The harbinger of this compelling journey is none other than Joe Dispenza. Through his groundbreaking work, Becoming Supernatural, as you read, you let your curiosity run free. We're talking about ancient wisdom and cutting-edge science that harmoniously converge to redefine what's possible. And if you find this voyage enthralling, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Let's dive in. Who is Dr. Joe Dispenza? Stepping into this mystical voyage requires our trustworthy guide, and Dr. Joe Dispenza serves as just that, a chiropractor by profession. He has expanded his impact far beyond spinal adjustments, metamorphosing into a researcher, public speaker, and author. What sets him apart is his revolutionary synthesis of neurology, brain function, memory formation, aging, and longevity into a comprehensive package. He has a knack for translating complicated scientific principles into everyday language, making his New York Times best-selling book Becoming Supernatural accessible to all. Dispenza's work reaches out not just to the scientific community, but also to thousands of laypeople yearning for transformation. So let's explore the core teachings and his supporting research, starting with the placebo effect, the magic of belief. The placebo effect is often dismissed as a mere footnote in the discourse on medical science, a minor quirk that occasionally skews study results. However, when one delves into its intricacies, what emerges is a profound mystery. The mind's uncanny ability to instigate tangible physical healing purely through belief. He shines a spotlight on this often overlooked phenomenon, urging us to see it not as a scientific anomaly, but as a gateway to understanding the transformative power of the human mind. In his view, if the placebo effect can trick the body into healing itself without the use of actual medication, imagine the horizons that could be expanded if we could consciously harness this intrinsic magic. This radical idea isn't novel. In fact, it is beautifully congruent with age-old esoteric traditions. For instance, Kabbalistic teachings, deeply embedded in Jewish mysticism, often focus on the relationship between human thought and divine manifestation. The concept of as above, so below, prominent in Hermetic wisdom, resonates with similar underpinnings. This ancient principle suggests a microcosm-macrocosm relationship, an interconnectedness that bridges personal belief and universal reality. Essentially, what you believe and hold within the sanctum of your mind has the power to affect not just your internal state, but your external reality as well. In synthesizing these threads, we arrive at a transformative conclusion. Mastery over your beliefs isn't just about internal well-being. It elevates you to the role of an architect, actively participating in the construction of your own world. Your beliefs become the chisel and hammer that shape the marble of reality, a feat not just of psychological import, but of spiritual and existential magnitude. The notion that our environment significantly influences our thoughts, actions, and ultimate life paths can be both liberating and disconcerting. On one hand, it unsettles the staunch Western ideals of individualism and self-determination, challenging the narrative that we are solely captains of our fate, unaffected by external circumstances. On the other hand, it's incredibly enlightening, as it illuminates the pathways to transformation. Once we understand the extent to which our environments shape us, we can take deliberate steps to change those environments and consequently ourselves. The emphasis on understanding environmental impact to foster transformation closely aligns with ancient Eastern philosophies, notably Taoism and Buddhism. In these traditions, environment is not merely confined to your immediate physical surroundings, like where you live and with whom you interact. It encompasses a broader scope, including the cosmic energies, societal expectations, and even karmic influences that silently dictate aspects of our lives. Just like Dispenza advocates for breaking free from the limitations of environment to reach untapped potential, Eastern philosophies guide practitioners towards enlightenment by transcending the mundane, material world and aligning with the natural order of the cosmos. In Buddhism, for example, the concept of detachment from the material world is a cornerstone for achieving nirvana, a state of ultimate peace and enlightenment. Likewise, Taoism teaches the importance of harmonizing with the Tao, the essential, unnameable process of the universe, as a way to free oneself from the shackles of earthly limitations. This isn't about changing jobs or moving cities. It's about altering the lens through which we view the world and our place within it. In doing so, we don't just adapt to our environment. We create a new one, where higher states of consciousness and untapped potentials become the new norm. By acknowledging the profound impact of our environment on our well-being and potential, we open the doors to a deeper transformation. And in that newly sculpted reality, the transformative teachings of both Dispenza and ancient wisdoms find a harmonious, empowering meeting point. Now, the coherence of heart and brain, or alchemy of the self. While modern medicine often treats the body as a machine made of isolated parts, his teachings urge us to view the heart and brain as two components of a unified system. He explores how a coherent heart and brain can lead to optimum performance and well-being. This wisdom finds its parallels in Kundalini Yoga, wherein the balance and alignment of the chakras lead to a state of higher consciousness. In both cases, it's the alignment within the self that serves as the stepping stone to a greater spiritual awakening. And what about quantum possibilities? The esoteric and the scientific. One of the most tantalizing teachings from Dispenza centers on quantum possibilities, the idea that multiple realities exist simultaneously and can be influenced by our consciousness. It's a concept that draws heavily from quantum physics and intersects with mystical practices such as chaos magic. In these mystical traditions, altering one's consciousness shifts the energies of the universe to bring about change in the material world. It's a blend of the deeply scientific and the profoundly mystical, affirming that these realms are not as separate as we might think. How do we apply this all? Here are some practical techniques. His meditation methodology is a fascinating synthesis of modern neuroscience and age-old spiritual practices. Unlike conventional meditation techniques that primarily focus on mindfulness or stress relief, the approach aims at transforming the practitioner on a fundamental level, physiologically, emotionally, and spiritually. His techniques take you through various stages of consciousness, starting from your everyday beta brainwave state to deeply restorative and creative states associated with theta and delta. This journey closely mirrors practices in Kabbalistic traditions and transcendental meditation, where meditation serves as a ladder to ascend different planes of existence. In Kabbalistic traditions, for instance, meditation is used to explore the different sephiroth, or attributes of the divine, enabling an experience of elevated consciousness and closer communion with higher realms. Similarly, this form of transcendental meditation seeks to take the practitioner beyond the surface level of thought into an unbound state of pure awareness. In all these methodologies, meditation is more than a relaxing technique. It's a vehicle for spiritual journeying, cognitive restructuring, and true self-discovery. Turning to visualization, crafting reality with the mind's eye. Pure focus on visualization as an alchemical process takes this tool far beyond its typical psychological or motivational uses. In his view, when you visualize a certain outcome or reality, you're not merely engaging in wishful thinking. You're actively participating in the molding and shaping of your world. The brain often struggles to differentiate between vividly imagined experiences and actual physical experiences, leading to changes in neuronal circuitry, hormone levels, and even gene expression. The sheer power of the mind, guided by purposeful visualization, is leveraged to manifest tangible changes in the physical world, essentially turning mental lead into experiential gold. This approach to visualization has roots in ancient philosophies, most notably Hermeticism, a tradition that synthesizes Greek, Egyptian, and possibly other Eastern philosophies under the guidance of the mystical Hermes Trismegistus. In Hermeticism, visualization is an essential part of ritual and magic, intended to connect the practitioner with higher planes of existence and unlock latent powers within. The Hermetic axiom, as within, so without, succinctly encapsulates the idea that the internal states of consciousness do in fact impact external reality. Just like in his teachings, the act of holding an image or concept within the mind is the first step in crystallizing it into physical form. A powerful testament to the concept that our minds are not passive observers of reality, but active participants in its creation. And then we have emotional reinforcement. In Dispenza's work, emotions are not just ephemeral feelings. They are the fuel for your journey. They act as the potent catalysts that convert mental images into manifested reality. This finds its parallel in the world of alchemy, where the transformation isn't just the conversion of lead to gold, but also a metaphorical process of turning the base human emotions into spiritual gold. In both these practices, emotional energy serves as the fuel for metaphysical journeys. And then we have the mystical and beyond, where science meets the occult. The most astonishing revelation on this journey is that the line separating science and mysticism is more porous than we've been led to believe. Gnostic traditions, Sufi mysticism, the Kabbalah, and many other mystery schools have long professed that we are not mere flesh and bone, we are microcosms of the universe, limited only by our perceptions and beliefs. Dr. Dispenza, through Becoming Supernatural, offers a framework that converges with these ancient wisdoms, but with a modern scientific twist. It renews the mystical invitation to explore not just the world around us, but also the infinitely expansive realms within. So how do we unlock our supernature? As we wrap up this enlightening journey, it's worth pausing to consider where we've landed. We find ourselves on a transformative threshold, caught between the reality we know and the unimaginable potential that awaits. The wisdom shared in Becoming Supernatural is not some isolated New Age theory. It's an integral part of a grand tapestry of teachings, philosophies, and scientific paradigms that have been unfurling across human history. When we synergize these modern insights with ancient mystical and occult wisdom, a vibrant picture begins to emerge, one that shows us that the keys to unlocking an extraordinary life have always been within us. Humanfluence out.